What's up, guys? You want to learn how to build that perfect portfolio to give you exactly what you need out of the stock market? Well, you come to the right place. All right, that's what this video is all about. Let's get into it. Welcome. Welcome to Piece of the Pie with Ty. I'm Ty, and today we're going to be talking about how to build that perfect portfolio. All right. If you guys like this content or got something out of this content, please subscribe to the page and come back and see me. All right. So, how do we go about making the perfect portfolio? First, number one, you have to know exactly what you want out of your portfolio. Are you looking for growth? You want your investment to grow a certain amount? Are you looking for income? Do you want to have dividends come from your portfolio? Or are you just looking for a quick swing trade, a quick day trade? You have to know what you want out of your portfolio. That is the key, one of the biggest keys to your portfolio, knowing what you want. And you have to know your risk level, your risk level. And that's very important because if you know your risk level, you're going to know if you feel comfortable with investing in this upstart company who has great potential to grow, or you feel safer putting your money with a company that's already established, that's already knocking it out the park, and you know they're going to go further. All right. These are things that you, the individual trader or investor, whichever one you fall into, you have to know what you want from your portfolio. All right. And it's also important to know how long you plan on investing. Are you looking for an investment that's going to last a year? Are you looking for an investment that's going to last 10 to 20 years? So these are goals that you need to set for your portfolio, and then you will know where to put your money and which stocks you should go with. I say it's good to set a goal for yourself, set a goal, and I'm gonna show you guys exactly how I set my goals and what I'm shooting for when we go to the computer. But definitely, you have to know what to expect, your expectations of your portfolio. It's very important. Also, the second thing to know is how you plan on diversifying your portfolio. Are you solely just investing in maybe one stock or one industry? Do you feel comfortable with one industry, which is not recommended? I don't recommend it. Or are you willing to diversify and you want to make sure you spread yourself out? However you choose to allocate, you want to invest more in tech, more in the medical field, more in financials. You have to know what you feel comfortable with and how are you going to diversify. Are you going to go with ETFs, which are good? They're a easy way for newer traders. Or are you actually going to go and find those companies to spread yourself out in the different sectors? And how do you go about that? I'm going to show you guys the secrets to all of that today in this video and how to diversify either ETF way or individual stock way. But you need to know what you want out of your portfolio before you just go in the stock market and just start picking things. All right. That was number two. The last and final, though probably the most important of all, research. Research, research, research. Make sure you know how to research these companies that you're going to be putting your money into. You need to make sure that you just don't go off of what someone says. You know how to take information and go research it yourself. Yes, I got that sauce, and I'm gonna try to give you guys a piece of the pie. Even if I say this stock is hot, it probably is hot. But you guys need to know how to go back and research it for yourselves, because anybody can tell you any stock is hot, you know. But it's if you can take that information and how to go look up that information and say, okay, all right, yeah, this stock is hot. But I'm gonna show you guys all how to get that information, the sites I use, the tools I use, the analytical tools I use, and yeah, like I said, after you learn all of these things, I'm pretty sure you're gonna be well off into making your perfect portfolio. And at the end, after we come out the computer, I'm gonna even show you my portfolio, a little quick glimpse of my portfolio and how I diversify. All right. So let's get it. Let's go to the computer. All right, guys. Now that we're on the computer, I want to show you guys exactly what I mean by know what your expectations are of your portfolio. I'm gonna show you guys some of my goals. All right, we're gonna start with my Robinhood goals. As you guys see, I'm very, very goal oriented. So we're gonna go to my Robinhood. So I got, I'm expecting to have this account for at least 10 years, and what I want is 20% growth each year, and then I'm gonna be adding $5,200 each year because I'm gonna be adding $100 a week to this account. So I have already mapped out what I want my account to do, and like I said, that's very important because you don't know how far you are on the road of success if you don't have it mapped out. You don't know what to expect. So as you see, I got goals for 2020, $10,960, which is, I'm beating that goal right now. You guys are gonna see that later on in my portfolio when I show you guys my portfolio. But this this account right here, I'm expecting, as you see, about 10 years, I'm expecting to have $242,000 in this account. And my goal for this account is to be able to buy my dream house cash money, you know. So in 10 years, my dream house, I'll be able to buy it cash money. That's the goal and that's the expectations I'm putting on myself and my account, which is doable. Like I said, if I stick to the grow 20% each year, and then keep my contributions. So this is important. Like I said, mapping out what you expect from your portfolio is very, very important. All right. So that's just like I said, your expectations. Set yourself up some goals of what to expect so you can know what you want to do with your account. All right. So now that, like I said, I told you guys about making sure you know the expectations. I do want to show you guys how to research. Like I said, that was another big part of it, how to research. So, like I said, research part of it, knowing what stocks are hot and not, it's a few sites to use. I like to use ETF.com for my ETFs. So, of course, you just come up here, search an ETF. Right now, I'm going to search the SPY because it's one of the big ETFs that they use this as an index to see how the whole stock market is doing. They use the SPY, the SPY and Dow Jones. They use them an awful lot. And ETF, everybody knows ETF is a collection of stocks, and people invest in the ETF. And the people that's managing the ETF, they move the fund's money into different stocks. So it's pretty easy to go with an ETF for beginners because they you don't have to necessarily know about each stock. You just know the ETF and you can trust the ETF because they are skilled people that's supposed to, be all about making sure you got money. It's stock professionals. All right. And ETF.com, I like ETF.com because they do rate it. A lot of sites do rate the ETFs. But what I really want to show you guys, like I said, this is the killer. This is the secret weapon to how you build your portfolio. All right, so this is going to show you a whole lot of analytics. I maybe might do a video later to break down exactly what we're looking at, but it's just showing you how the SPY's been doing for the last year. But my thing is this right here, where you see the ETF's top sector holdings. All right, so you see that the SPY is mainly into technology right now. It's a big field, and then is right under it is consumer, healthcare, financials, industrials. All right, so that show you how this ETF is balanced. And like I said, this is an index that's used to judge how the stock market itself is going. And right now, technology is running the game in a lot of the stocks in the market itself, technology. And then you get to see the holdings. And this is, like I said, this is the key. Like I said, the SPY is just one ETF, but you see the holdings in the SPY. Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, Facebook, Google. That's what Alphabet is. Berkshire, Johnson and Johnson, and then you can go down the whole list of what this ETF is in. So if this ETF is in it, 9 times out of 10, it's a good company to invest in. All right. So that's what I want you guys to see. If you don't know where to start, which companies you should start, if you want to put your money in companies that are quote unquote safe or kind of already got a foothold, look at what the ETFs are investing in. All right, so this is just the SPY. All right, so remember what the SPY is into right here. The top 10 of the SPY. All right, so if you go and you look up another ETF, that's one of my favorite ETFs, the Motley Fool ETF. Well, it's more of a mutual fund, but the Motley Fool fund. And what I want to show you guys is that this one is not rated. But when you go to the holdings, you see the same thing. This one is heavier in technology. And this is how they balancing it out. But then you see Apple, Microsoft, Amazon. You see the same companies. The same companies. So use that. You can see if you don't know what you want to invest in, you can use this as, okay, all right, this ETF and this ETF has these same stocks at the top. You check it again, and maybe there's another ETF that has the same thing. This is what I mean by research. You can keep researching other ETFs, and you can see exactly who everybody is betting on. So if 3 or 4, maybe 10 people are betting on these same companies, more than likely they're good companies. You see what I'm saying? It's easy to see that for us, for the newer people to the stock market. Like I said, like myself, like I said, I only been trading for 6 months, and like I said, this is one of the things I've been using. The ETFs. Even if you don't get into the ETFs, just look what the ETFs are holding, and you can see which companies are pretty good companies. Like I said, but you again go in and compare for yourself. That's one way. And again, up here on ETF.com, you can even compare ETFs to get into which ones that are doing better than others. So that's something on ETF.com. But also your brokerage. Your brokerage that you with can show you a lot too. For example, we're gonna go to Charles Schwab right quick. I got a Charles Schwab account. I got a Merrill account. I got a Webull account. And I got a Robinhood account. All of them, people are always trying to compete with different, asking which one is the best, but each of them have their own specific perks. But what I want to show you guys is, for example, on Charles Schwab, you go to research. You go to top analyst ratings. Bam, look at this here. They give you some companies. You still see Google, Amazon. You still see Alphabet. You're seeing the same names. Microsoft, you're seeing the same names. Oh, Home Depot, they was on the spot too. You're seeing the same names that everybody keeps up, that was on everybody's list. And now this is the top 14 that Charles Schwab are recommending in their screener. So again, compare. If everybody got the same companies on their list, it might be a reason for that. These companies are probably doing damn good and are going to continue to do good. But again, you got to make sure that you research the companies yourself. So that's Charles Schwab. An easy way to start and find which companies you want to invest in. And the same thing with Merrill. Show you Merrill real quick, just real quick. They got a tab. If you are in them, they got a tab that says investing ideas. You can go, they can give you ideas about big data, what millennials are investing in, what energy companies might boom, top 10 growth, top 10 value, Warren Buffett stocks. So they have a whole bunch of data and research for you if you want to dive into it. All right. And again, let's go to Webull real quick. Webull, just like Robinhood, they got if this Apple right now. I'm looking at Apple, but they got ratings that say something is a strong buy, something is a buy, of just a regular buy, a hold, a sell. But you can use everybody's analysis, and if five people are saying this is a buy, okay, it's probably a good stock, you know. But you can do your own research before you invest. So just because I say is a good stock, like I said, more than likely it is because I'm saying it. But you can research it yourself, and this is one of the ways to research. Use the different brokerages, use the different sites, and see what everybody is saying about these companies before you dive into them. So I wanted to show you guys that because, like I said, a lot of times people are trying to compare this brokerage is better than this one is better than this one. Every brokerage has something that shines more than the other. For example, I'm not talking about Robinhood up here, but Robinhood, they have the best trading on your phone because you're not really doing a whole lot of researching on your phone. You just want to see the simplicity of it. But on the computer, these other brokerages like Charles Schwab, Merrill Edge, and even Webull, they have a little more to offer as it comes to the analytics and the analysis of the stocks. But like I said, use them all as your research. And heck, you can even just Google. For example, I got, I can Google Apple 5-year forecast. It's this simple. All right, so they forecasting Apple in 5 years gonna grow 87%. Your $100 investment can turn to $187. So it's a whole lot of ways for you to do your research, but definitely do your research no matter if someone else says it's a good stock or not. Do your research and do your due diligence before you just dive into it because you are putting your money in somewhere. And if you lose it, you're going to be sore about it if you didn't do your research. But if you do your research, you're not going to care if that stock dips for 2 weeks because you did your research. And one other thing I do want to show you guys, and I'll get more in depth in maybe another video because I can spend a lot of time talking about how to read a company's statistics. But we're gonna go to Robinhood real quick. We're on my Robinhood right now, and understanding these statistics. Like I said, this is Robinhood. Understanding that the pay to earning ratio, all right, how much a company is earning per share. That's important. Understanding that. And then just like everywhere else we was looking at, Robinhood even has analysts, but it's not as in depth, but they can tell you if something's a buy, hold, or sell. But again, you take what everybody is saying and compare them. Robinhood even has a little bull and bear, what they saying about it. But it's earnings. So if we're looking at this, Apple has been earning more than has been expected for the last 4 quarters. This last quarter, it looked like they hit it right on the head. But you got to be able to read these things and look at that type of stuff. Once you understand how to read the statistics and learning how to compare stocks, when you get into something, you're not going to doubt at all. You're going to know and be confident in whatever stock you're investing in. All right. So we're just going to end it with one last thing. Like I said, to grow your perfect portfolio, So I did want to show you guys my little breakdown. This is my Robinhood account. So this is my little breakdown, and you can see that how I'm more into tech too, and then I'm into manufacturing, customer goods. So that's my little breakdown of how I'm trading right now. And I'm gonna go more in depth in my next video. I'm gonna show you guys every stock and why I invested in every stock in the next video. But yeah, so far this is what I'm looking like. I'm winning. I'm winning right now. So you remember the goals I had set, right? My goal for 2020 was $10,960. I'm currently at $11,749. So I'm beating my goal tremendously, beating my goal tremendously in my Robinhood account. But it takes work and research. I can tell you that. It definitely takes work and research. All right, so we just covered how to make that perfect portfolio for yourself. So if you like the content, please subscribe and come back and see me. The next video, as I said, I'm going to be going over each stock that I have in my portfolio, why I have it, why I chose that stock. So come back and see me. Thanks for tuning in.